Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob, and today we're going to attempt to take this number 32 Maserati Bora from shabby to shiny. To be honest, this one is, I guess it's not that shabby. Yeah, there's some kind of paint chips very obvious there, but you know, considering the age, 1972, well, it's in pretty good shape, but these colours just need to be changed. So anyway, we start by drilling out 3 of the rivets. Aren't I a lucky boy? Drill down the centre, remove the flanges, and then tap all those holes. Plenty of lube on this one. You will risk breaking your piece using my very handy vise. And it's a lovely shape, as you could see there. It goes very fast, whips through the air. Beautiful. And even this one, sticker for the most part intact. So, you know, I don't know, should I feel bad whilst taking this apart and doing a custom on it? You know, who needs a green base and a pink top and a yellow interior? It's just all very 70s. So let's bring it up to date. But anyway, it reads underneath, Matchbox Superfast, number 32, Maserati Bora, made in England, 1972, Lesney Products & Co. So almost 50 years old. So there you see, all 3 holes lubricated there. No snapping of pieces today. Base coming off nice and easy. And I'll have to drill these out just to obviously take the green paint off this base. And actually the green part is in really good condition, but yeah, I don't want to keep that green, not on today's car. Interior there, everything appears to be there. Very dusty, very dirty, but of course, whoops, nothing a soapy bath can't fix. Thankfully the window section in very good condition, and again just needs a clean and buff. So we whip out this door retaining piece. I never put this in my paint stripper solution because I just fear that it will that it won't be there once I take it out. But we've got the main casting there, the doors, and then once I remove these wheels, we get the base into my caustic soda. And because there's an additional base, I'm going to put in 3 teaspoons today. If you are going to use this, please do remember ventilation, eye protection, gloves. It's great stuff, but it's dangerous. So after a couple of minutes, we have the base with 87.3% of the paint removed. Probably 97.6% on the doors. Just a little on the inside there. And what do we say? Probably about 99.3% on the casting. So we'll take my fake Dremel with my real Dremel wire wheel piece, and another few minutes later this is what we're working with. So shiny shiny, doors come out good, and I've gone a little bit further on the base with some metal polish, and yeah, I think you'll agree that looks pretty snazzy. But we'll take the main casting now with the doors open with some of my Tamiya in white, the fine surface primer. I just make sure I grab all the kind of under the doors, end of the doors, the door shuts, and actually on today kind of go a little bit further by covering the interior and then the wheel wells, etc. It was getting on a little bit late whilst I was doing this, and I didn't rush it, but I just made sure to use every second so that I can get myself to bed. And whilst that's drying, I put back the wheel piece here and then took the time to add into some the front grille area, the front headlights, the registration, and also kind of fill in the exhaust tips as well. But we take the plastic pieces now and give them a bit of a bath. And then the window section can go into the pledge solution. And using my trusty Citadel, which I haven't used for a little while, to be honest. I wanted to, and whilst wet, I thought I'll add a bit of kind of depth and character to these seats. I felt that to go in with just the plain yellow would have been a bit boring. And it is as quick and easy and simple as that, and for the most part I actually do enjoy the finish of this when I do it. Today was different, so shortly you'll see in a couple of minutes the kind of dried off interior and then a repaint. And now that the insides of the doors etc are dry, do you know what, I thought this was a hair, it was spider web, bloody spider. Anyway, yeah, it got over my casting, which was annoying, but thankfully I kind of grabbed it and it only went on the inside and you can't see it, so that's fine. But yeah, just cover the rest of the car now. And you can see kind of in the light reflection how beautiful that lays on. And then finally the colour. We've gone with a lime green or a light green, kind of a little bit limey. Again, this was one of those ones where I went to the community tab. I honestly didn't have any idea what colour to paint this. Now, for the most part, on some of my cars that I do, I think, you know, maybe this or that. You know, let's see what the viewers want, and then I'll go with, you know, kind of what the viewers want. With this car, I had no idea. I honestly didn't know whether to paint it white, black, red, blue, green, yellow. I had nothing. So the community tab, very kindly, you know, so many of you guys there do kind of interact on there, which is, it really does help. It really does. And yeah, for the most part, there was quite a few people that voted or suggested lime green, and on those people, many people clicked the like button. So, as a democracy, I went with you guys, and I am not disappointed. The end result, as it sits next to me, is beautiful. It could be one of my favourite cars actually now. It's certainly up there, certainly top 10, maybe top 5. One thing that I did notice was, and you can see kind of how close I am, and it's taken a little while to paint this one. Sometimes I can paint a car and go over it with one swoop and it's covered, and sometimes I have to go, you know, within a few inches of the car and keep spraying and just to cover it. This was one of those days. It was going on a little thicker. I went with my usual kind of 2-to-1 ratio, but you see, I did run out of yellow, and to be honest, to make lime green, you know, which I've done a little bit of googling, and the suggestion was to kind of start with yellow and add a little bit of blue. Well, I didn't have. See, look, that's that spider, a little bloody spider. I put him gently to one side. Money Spider. Hopefully he'll mean good things to me. But yeah, I didn't have any yellow, or at least I had a little bit of yellow in the Vallejo paints, and I was using Tamiya, so I did kind of crossbreed these paints to make this colour. So I think that's probably why it went on a bit thick. But anyway, so back to the interior. Like I say, it looks absolute just dog. Not happy with that whatsoever. So I grabbed out my Humbrol enamel, and that's not how fast I really paint. This is sped up, would you believe, to 8 times. But yeah, covered it with this kind of chocolatey brown, which finishes in like a bit of a satin finish, and it's perfect for this car. So you can probably notice again how close I am, and it's almost, almost not doing anything. I really had to cover this in about 30 coats. Yeah, not sure why. To be honest, it was a really hot evening, even though whilst I'm painting this, it's probably gone past midnight, and I was sweating, windows open, and it was still so very hot. In the UK, we had, I think it went up to about 27 degrees, which in American Fahrenheit I think is about early 80s. So that's a warm day for us. And obviously the temperature of the room affects the finish or the application of the paint. But yeah, that's coming along quite nicely. Not sure what happens to the ratio aspect here, but I shall continue. These are the wheels that are going on. You can see in the background there, this has got Pirelli P0 painted tyres. My initial intention was to kind of have this as a bit of a race car, but seeing this finish, I thought I'd be, taken away from it. So I switched the tyres around, so they're just black. There's the interior there, dry, and obviously that finish, just beautiful. So a little reminder of what she looked like, and the result. This colour with those brown seats and the black wheels, I think really suit it. Like I say, this is one of my favourites. I think this has come out so nice, and I was a bit concerned actually, kind of how to deal with it, what to do with it, but yeah, really happy. Nice bit of detail in the back there with the rear lights, rear number plate, so you can see there, put a little bit of paint inside the exhaust tips, just little touches like that, which I think make all the difference. Probably could have been lowered a little bit, but to be honest, with this kind of chassis setup and that suspension setup, I think it'd be very difficult to do. Painted in the front lights there, and the front thing, what you call it, registration. But I didn't feel that you kind of got a good look, so a little bit different to what I normally do, just following up with a bit of a manhandle all over the car. Certainly in the camera, I didn't feel that you could really see those wheels. They kind of just blurred into the background. So here it is, and I think from this kind of angle and shot, you can see it a lot more. So yeah, really happy with that. So I want to take this opportunity to thank my Patreons, and introducing 2 new Patreons, William Robinson and Colin Rook. Thank you very much for becoming a Patreon, and thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you'll stick around for the next one.